It smells really good. You can really smell the cinnamon and the orange in it, so I'm just going to try it now. That's really good. Excuse me, it's all sticking to my mouth. It's quite gooey. But you can definitely taste the cinnamon and the orange together, which is really nice. That's yummy. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video I want to share with you how to make this delicious orange and sweet cinnamon chocolate quinoa brownie. Today, as I just mentioned, I'm going to be making an orange and sweet cinnamon chocolate quinoa brownie. This recipe is really easy. It might look quite complicated because of all the ingredients, but I promise you it's really easy. I have preheated my oven to about 200 degrees. Heating your oven will depend on your oven, to be honest with you. Ours is a bit old and a bit tired, so it needs a little bit extra heat, I think. But if you have a newer oven, then it might need less heat than that. And I have also removed the stones from about 10 medjool dates. In the original recipe I think I said 10 to 12. 10 was fine because they are quite large dates. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add boiling water to those medjool dates. So I want to get this on here quickly while it's just boiled. And that is going to help to soften the dates and make them more palatable when we put them in the wet mix for the cake later or the brownie later. So I'm just going to set this aside, and then I'm going to deal with my dry ingredients. I'm going to leave the dates to soak for about 5 minutes. So while I'm making the dry ingredients, I will leave the dates to soak. So the first dry ingredient I have here is quinoa, and I'm going to blend this up and make it into a flour. Quinoa flour in the supermarket or in the shops is normally quite expensive, and it's much easier just to put it into your blender and blend it. And I'm also going to add to that about 100 grams of gluten-free oats as well. You don't have to use gluten-free oats if you don't want to. You can use any type of oat you like. And then I'm also going to add in about 60 grams of raw cacao powder. You can use cocoa powder as well if you want to. Raw cacao powder is just better for the body, I think, personally. And then I'm also going to add in about 150 grams of coconut sugar. You can use coconut sugar or you could use brown sugar if you wanted to. And then to that I'm going to add a big teaspoon of ground sweet cinnamon. In fact, I might add 2. If you can't get ground sweet cinnamon, then you can use cinnamon, but ground sweet cinnamon, we love it in this house. We can't get enough of it. We have this on French toast, we have it in pancakes, I have it in my porridge in the morning as well. It is really delicious, and if you love cinnamon, then you'll really like that as well. And then I'm going to add to that 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. So I'm just going to add a teaspoon of that. And then I'm also going to add in a couple of teaspoons of baking powder as well. And this is just basically to help it rise. As there's no self-raising flour in here, it might not rise, and there's also no eggs either. This is a vegan recipe, if anybody is wondering. I didn't intentionally make it vegan, it just happened like that. I'm not a vegan, but I do enjoy vegan food every so often. And then I'm going to add a little pinch of salt as well to that. And then I've got to go and get a stirrer to stir this round, and I shall blend it in a moment. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend all of my dry ingredients together, and that's to basically make them into a flour. And to do that I have this, I can't remember what these are called, like a spatula I suppose you call it. And as it's blending, I'm just going to mix the ingredients like this. So I'm just going to blend and then mix like this. I have blended these until they have formed a flour, and I'm just going to tip these into this mixing bowl, and I'm going to set the mixing bowl aside. I'm going to go and drain the dates, and I'm going to start to blend the wet ingredients together next. So I've drained the water from the dates and they are lovely and soft, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop those into the blender, and then to that I'm going to add some bananas. So I've got 2 very ripe bananas here. I'm just going to break up into pieces and I'm going to pop into the blender. You can just roughly break these up, it doesn't need to be an exact science. So as I said, I'm just going to break the second one up as well. And then to that, I'm going to add the juice and the zest of 1 whole orange. And obviously this will give the orange flavour to the brownie. So I'm just going to add that in. And then I'm also going to add some oat milk to this. Now you can use any type of milk you like. I have a slight dairy intolerance. I don't get on with it too well, so I always like to use alternative milks. And I found oat milk is one of the best ones for me, so I'm just going to add that in. And then all I'm simply going to do is just blend these together like a smoothie. Dry ingredients, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to obviously add the wet ingredients to the dry ones, and I'm going to mix those together until I form like a cake mix basically. I poured that in quite quickly then, didn't I? So yeah, this is a delicious sweet treat. You can have this after dinner if you want to, or you could have it as a nice snack as well. My husband and son love chocolate brownies, so I know this is going to go down really well. And if you have enjoyed this video, then please feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And also, if you like recipe videos like this one and you want to see more, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Everything like that really helps me out, so I would be really grateful. And I appreciate any comments that you have as well. So please feel free to leave any comments below too. So yes, I'm just going to continue to mix this until it forms a cake batter, basically. I have finished mixing the cake batter, so that's all well mixed together now, so I'm just going to set that aside for a minute. And I have also pre-lined a baking tin, so I've just got it's not a square, it's sort of rectangular baking tin. And then what I have done is I have just cut 2 pieces of greaseproof paper, and I've oiled the bottom of the pan, and I've put the 1 piece in, then I oiled that piece, and then I put the other piece in, and I've added more oil, etc. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the cake mix to the base of the pan, like so, and I'm just going to make sure it's all evenly spread across the base of the pan as well. So I'm just going to spread it out a little bit, like so. And then I'm going to put this into the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until it sort of goes a lovely golden brown colour. That's when it's done. And I'll show you how to check it's cooked as well. So I'm just going to shake it a little bit to make sure it's evenly spread. And I'll have to put this in the oven. The brownie has cooked, it has gone a lovely golden brown colour, and I've put a skewer in a few times and it's coming out clean, which means it's cooked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this from the oven and I'm going to leave it to cool. I left the cake to cool as long as I could. I would say to leave the cake to cool completely, but I'm off to pick up my son soon and I wanted to take a slice with me, so I've just left it to cool as long as I possibly can. So I am going to now slice the cake and hope that it stays together, or the brownie. So I'm just going to slice down the middle like so, and then I'm going to slice down the middle again. Oh, it's quite gooey in the middle, I have to say. But it does smell really nice. There you go. That's a chocolate brownie. Perfectly cooked, and I'm really pleased with that. Obviously, I'm not going to give my son that big a slice, but I'm just going to cut down here like so. And then I'll probably do another one down here like so. So that makes 8 slices. But you can make this into 16 and make it smaller if you want to. So you could chop down here as well. But yes, that is the chocolate brownie done. And it smells really good. I'm going to have to try a bit. So So I've grabbed myself a plate and I'm just going to cut a bit off the end of the chocolate brownie just to give it a try. It smells really good. You can really smell the cinnamon and the orange in it, so I'm just going to try it now. That's really good. Excuse me, it's all sticking to my mouth. It's quite gooey. But you can definitely taste the cinnamon and the orange together, which is really nice. That's yummy. I'm going to go and have a cup of tea in one of these now, and I'm also going to take a slice to my son as well. That's how you make my delicious orange and sweet cinnamon chocolate quinoa brownie, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be taking a slice of this to my son this afternoon, and I'm also going to be having a slice with a cup of tea as well. It smelled and tasted so good, I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon.